you have on Tuesdays with Ashelen or not on Mondays? You do have classes on Mondays? Zoom or Meet classes?
Yes, let me check if we have one.
First year, what time?
From 6 to 8, but let me check if we have a meeting next Monday, right?
Yes.
Monday the 5th. Yes, we have a meeting from 6:30 until 7, I guess. Next
okay.
Monday.
No, because somebody is saying, no, profe, no tenemos Meet. A lo mejor, no sé, alguien que no está haciendo otra materia distinta.
Yesterday we had...
Perhaps.
Yesterday we had a meeting with the teacher, and she, during class, she said that there was going to be another
What subject are you talking about, Melissa? Which subject?
Ámbito académico en español.
Okay.
First year.
Well, right. So at 7 you'll be finishing. So in case, because I'm not sure whether the meeting is going to be next Monday or Tuesday, then I'll let you know by the end of this week. I'll let you know. So by 7:30 you will be free. Yes, either Monday or Tuesday. Do you have classes with Ashelen next Tuesday or not, or today?
Tuvimos hoy.
¿Cuándo? No escucho, perdón.
We had classes with Ashelen today.
Today, okay. So either Monday or Tuesday by 7:30, it's going to be our last class for the term, next Monday or Tuesday, okay? So then we'll be, anyway, I decided to send you Unit 8 now for you to have more time and to start knowing and to start thinking about what you have to do, because that the handing, la entrega, is going to be on, for that oral parcial, is going to be on Monday the 12th, okay? Lunes 12 va a ser la entrega, ¿sí? No es obligatorio, repito, para los que o las que realmente sienten que están en condiciones y que están, sí, porque si realmente están muy flojos o flojas y tienen muchísimos errores, no tiene sentido que se pongan en camisa de 11 varas, ¿sí? Para la persona que realmente siente que está en condiciones de hacer, yo sé que es un desafío, grabarse, que esté, bueno, todas las cosas que tienen que hacer, ¿sí? Entonces, por eso decidí mandárselo antes, no el lunes que viene, aunque hoy no vamos a hablar particularmente de la Unit 8, para que ustedes ya puedan ir preparando. ¿Qué es lo que pueden ir preparando? Consiguiendo las vignettes de House of Mango Street. Ya ahí yo ya les puse cuáles son las que les voy a pedir que preparen, no les voy a pedir que lean todas, ¿sí? Bueno, que preparen esas, que elijan, con cuál van a trabajar, ¿sí? Así ya van adelantando. Cosa que el lunes que viene o martes, cuando yo termino de dar los lineamientos, ustedes ya pueden grabar ese video, y la semana que viene les voy a subir no sé cómo lo vamos a hacer, tengo que hablarlo con la otra profe, a ver si vamos a hacer un espacio donde ustedes puedan subir ese video, tengo que ver lo técnico, porque yo con la info no es muy fácil, tengo que ver cómo, pero bueno, yo les voy a hacer saber, pero son cosas técnicas, lo que me importa es que ustedes ya puedan ir pensando si lo van a hacer, si no lo van a hacer, si lo hacen, qué es lo que tienen que ir preparando, ¿sí? El video tiene que ser corto porque sabemos que se hace muy pesado para cargarlo después, ¿sí? 6, 8 minutos como mucho, ¿sí? Si se les es muy pesado y no puede subir, lo pueden, como tiene 2 partes el examen, pueden cortarlo en 2, ¿sí? Hacer la primera parte y la segunda y mandarlo por separado, eso también es posible, ¿sí? Y bueno, durante las vacaciones de invierno se estará corrigiendo y a la vuelta les estaré mandando probablemente los resultados, pero el lunes 12 va a ser la fecha de entrega, ¿sí? De ese parcial, y una vez que pasa no se entrega después, ¿sí? Hay un deadline, ¿sí? Pero bueno, eso lo vamos a terminar de diagramar la semana que viene, pero yo ya para que ustedes vayan preparando las o los que quieran, ¿ok? Good. So now we'll go back to lesson 7. And let me call the roll first. Today is the 29th, isn't it? 29th. Okay. Rocío Acosta.
Here.
Aguirre Evelyn.
Here.
Araceli Alba.
Here. Good night.
Hi. Melissa, yes, I've seen you. Candela Basal Dúa.
Here.
Mercedes Benítez. Yara Benítez. Talguero Candela.
Hello, teacher. Here.
Hi. Candela, you're Capucci?
Yeah,
There you are.
yeah.
Fine. Good. Ángeles Castillo. Soledad Cepeda.
Here. Hello.
Hi, Soledad. Luciano Chapero. Milagros Corbalán. Roberto Cornejo. Florencia Correa. Joana Correa.
Here, teacher.
¿Florencia o Joana? Bueno. Bien. Jorge Corti. Luis del Moral. Duarte Susana.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Susana.
Here.
Roxana Farías.
Hello. Here.
Good. Fernández Amador Constanza. Forastier Liliana. Raquel García. Okay. 29. Cristian Jiménez.
Here.
Good. Florencia Girardi Lerandi. Carla González.
Here, teacher.
Hola, ok. Flavia González. Heredia Andrea. Malena Herrera.
Here.
Yamila Yacusi.
Here. Hello, teacher.
Hi. Martín Jaquet.
Here.
María Ledesma. Belén Ledesma. Nair. So you're Nair, you're Belén, aren't you?
No, Nair, profe.
Espera, a ver. Yo tengo María. Porque hay dos. Ahí está. Belén Ledesma y Nair Ledesma. Ok. So, you're Nair. Luis Lemos.
Hello, teacher.
Hi. Ana Loma. Agustina Maneta. Domenela Mariñac. María Angélica Martínez. Guadalupe Martino.
Here.
Guadalupe. Florencia Menoyo. Murguía Noelia. Musolino Sol.
Sol is restarting his computer, her computer.
Ok. Leila Novildeski. Cardoso Ojeda. Franco Olivera.
Here, teacher.
Antonella Páez. Laura Pérez. Celeste Pascali. Oscar Pérez.
Here, teacher.
Oscar Pérez. Pablo Pérez. Pablo is not here. Brian Quinto. Débora Ramírez, Verónica Ramos, Jessica Ray, Robledo Brenda.
Here, teacher.
Ok. Lucía Rodríguez.
Here.
Melina Rojas. Rosales Fabiana. Rosales Leandro. Fátima Ruiz. Samaniego Liz. Peralta Eliana.
Here, teacher.
Estefanía Sandoval. Verónica Semini. Claudia Sosa. Verónica Sotomayor. Juan Suárez. María Taño.
Presente, profe.
Ok. Micaela Urquiza. Who said presente? Tanya? Was it Tanya? I got lost.
Sí.
Ok. Valiente Valeria. Mateo Vallejo. Ingrid Vargas. Juliana Viña. Sebastián Salvania.
Viña,
Here, teacher.
Viña and Sebastián, both.
Yes.
Okay. Marisa González. Good. And who has joined in? Corti, Jorge. Haven't you? Yes. Nahuel. Yeah.
Yes, me teacher.
Good.
Hi.
Hi. Well, fine. So let's get started with Unit 7 about phonemic transcription. Let's see. Well, in Activity 1, you were supposed to copy the letters in the exact way as you are given them here, okay? So this is important to do on your own. One important thing when you transcribe is that there is no punctuation, yeah? No punctuation marks in transcription. No commas, no stops, no exclamation marks, no question marks, nothing, okay? The pauses which replace the punctuation are these little dashes or bars, like perpendicular bars, okay? So, why? Because these are chunks. Chunks son como trozos, ¿sí? Chunks of speech. This represents oral speech. So, in oral speech, there are no pauses. Yes, pauses. There are no stops, commas, semicolons, but just pauses. Like I'm saying, and just pauses, pause, chunk, okay? So these are chunks. So you mark them like this, all right? So always remember to use, yes, this in between, yes, and right here. If it is only one word, okay, you write it here. If it is sentence two, you write it in here, okay? So the pauses with this. Fine. What else? This is written in Activity 2. Yes, it says no question marks, no anything of the kind. You do have to mark stress. Remember, stress is marked before the accented syllable. So, for example, if you say develop, the stress falls before the develop. Yeah, so it's just suppose develop. The word develop. Yes, in the case of develop, yes, the stress, you like a horizontal bar before the accented syllable, which is in this case is development. Okay, develop. Yes, fine. What else? This is the first page about Activity 2. Then on the second page, we have words, yeah, which are transcribed, and you're supposed to read them, yes, with the stress. So let's see. Melissa, could you please read them aloud? Do you have the copies at hand? No? Who has the copies? Martin Jacquet, do you have them? Would you read them aloud, please?
I don't have it, teacher.
No? Why? But how can you follow the class if you have no copies? It's impossible to follow. This is practice, so you need to have the stuff. It's very difficult to follow if you don't have copies. Yes? How are you going to check and work? So, who can? A ver, Juliana Viña, do you? Juliana, are you there?
Yes, I'm looking for
Okay.
the copies on my computer.
Okay, great. Always have the copies at hand, because if not, it's very difficult to follow the class.
Yes, I'm having problems with my computer. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, maybe somebody can help. Who
Do you want us to read the exercises?
Yeah, I
Yes.
would like you to read the 6 words which are transcribed from exercise activity 2, Juliana. Dice fotografía, fotógrafo, ¿sí? These ones. No, you don't have them? Bueno, a ver.
Teacher,
¿quién-
maybe could I?
Okay, yes, Soledad, go ahead.
Okay. The 6 sentences.
Yes, words, yes.
Sorry, yes. Photograph.
Okay.
Photo.
Wait, Soledad, let's go little by little. So, pay attention to the stress at the beginning. So,
Photograph.
That's better. Photograph. The last is R. Photograph. So you have to mark
Photograph.
listen. O, the schwa, T, and then R. Photograph. Again.
So, yes.
Go
Again.
ahead, again.
Photograph.
That's right. Photograph. Photograph.
Photograph.
Good. Second.
Photographer.
The problem is that you say photo con las dos
I see.
O, and there is a schwa. It's photographer. Photographer.
Photographer.
That's it. Photographer. Remember, the schwa always falls on unaccented syllables. So f is unstressed. Photographer. Yeah, schwa, 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 except for the to, which is accented. Number 3.
Far away. Far
The
away.
stress. Look at the stress.
Far away.
No, the stress is in way. Ta, ta, ta.
Sorry, I can. Le voy a hacer zoom a la pantalla because
Vale.
I don't see a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Es far away.
Far
Way.
away.
Far
Far
away.
away. The stress is in way. Far away. So, with long R. Far away. Again.
Yes.
Try again.
Far away.
That's it. Number 4.
Yes. Mrs. Robinson.
That's better. Mrs. Robinson. Mrs. Robinson. Number 5.
The rest of us is of
Okay. So, you need the ta. The rest of us. The rest of us. Again. The rest
the
of us.
rest of us.
Tenés que unir la T con la schwa. The rest of us. The rest of us.
The rest of us.
That's
the
it.
rest of,
The rest of us. No lo cortes. The rest of us. The rest of
the
us.
rest of us.
The rest of us. Continue.
Sorry. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, we'll have to accept it.
Okay. Accept it. Accept it. Se
Accept
junta.
it.
When one word finishes with a consonant and the other word begins with a vowel, you are supposed to link them. So, rest of us, se junta todo, rest of us, and then accept it. So, the rest of us, ahí hay una pausa, respiro. Unfortunately, pause, will have to accept it. The rest of us, unfortunately, will have to accept it. Again, try again.
The rest of us, unfortunately, we have to accept it.
So, unfortunately, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That's
unfortunate.
Number 6.
Well, it's not that easy, you see.
One word missing. It's not that easy. And then, it's not that easy.
No, it's not that easy. Love, sorry, I don't see it.
Okay. So, now you have to give, yes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that easy. Love, you see.
Ok, love es como, bueno, cariño, no es tan fácil, ya ves, Entonces ahí tenés que marcarlo, por ejemplo. Well, it's not that easy, love, you see. Well, it's not that easy, love, you see. Okay? Good. Yes, thank you, Soledad. You have been a volunteer that you can read it, and it's a good moment for you to be corrected, because if not, you are not corrected. One more volunteer.
Teacher, a question.
Yes.
In the 6th sentence, it says, you'll see, like you will see, or you see?
You see. You see.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, somebody else, one more, who can read them all to practice from 1 to 6. Who can read them aloud?
Sure. Otra vez.
Good, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one, photographer.
No,
it's the second.
Yes.
The first is photograph.
That's right.
Okay, the second.
Wait. You said photograph, which is okay, but here it says photograph. What you just said is American English. Photograph. Okay.
Photograph.
Yes.
Okay, the second one is photographer.
That's right.
The third one is far away.
The stress at the end again.
Far away.
Okay, remember last class we talked about linking ra? Does anybody, linking ra? Linking ra. Do you remember this? Linking ra? When a word finishes with a ra and the following word begins with a vowel, you are supposed to link. Yes, so this is the case of far. If you say, for example, far, you just lo ven, sí, far, sería así, ¿no? Far. But, for example, it's not far, y termina ahí, sin la R. Pero yo digo, oh, it's really far away. So in that case, you need to put the ra, and you need to say like this. Yes, far away. Yes, because there is a linking ra, because the following word begins with a vowel. Okay, so in this case it could be far away. Can you say it again?
Okay, so far away. Far away.
Pero te falta el aire. Far.
I'm not used to pronounce the air. That's the problem.
Okay. It's not pronounced, but in these cases it is far away.
Far away.
That's right. Like Peter and Anna, Peter and I. Okay, far away. Good.
Okay.
Good. Number 4.
Mrs. Robinson.
5.
The rest of us, unfortunately, will have to accept it.
Okay. Remember, it's the rest of us. It's short.
The rest of us.
All of us. No, of us. Weaker.
Okay.
Weak. This is weak form. Remember, the rest of us. 6.
Okay. Well, it's not that easy, love. Jussie.
You see.
You see.
You
You
see.
see. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay. Well, any question about this exercise activity 2? Any doubt? No? Good. As regards activity 3, this is just a link where you're supposed to get on the web. I hope you've done it, and it's an exercise online. It's a very nice site. Have you got there? I hope you have. And well, you can practice a lot there. You're given some words, isolated words, and you can make the transcription and get them checked. Yeah, so this is great for practicing. And again, as I always tell you, go into all the videos I've suggested in all the lessons, because you'll get plenty of information and plenty of practice there. Okay. Fine. Exercise 4. See if you have it at hand, because you really need to have it to see what we are talking about. Fine. So number 1 is 3 free seats with E. Of course, you have the key, yes? In lesson 7, I've sent you the key, yes, for you to check the transcription. But, well, here we'll practice. 3 free seats. It's E, all E, okay? Number 2 is also E. Teas with cheese and beans on toast. Teas with cheese and beans on toast. Okay, you say toast with a diphthong. O, toast. Yes, tea, beans, cheese, and toast. Okay, so when you have let me show you. N, remember the weak form of N is with schwa, but the preposition on is always on, not N. Yeah, N is the article, on is the preposition. Fine. Number 3, interest. You say interest. 2 syllables, no es interest, ¿sí? Interest, interest, interest. Interest in literature. This is a difficult word, which is usually mispronounced. Literature. 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 Okay, the stress at the beginning, literature, yes? So see if you can practice it, yeah? Interest in literature, interest in literature. Se junta la T con la I, interest in literature, okay? Number 4, well-written modern novel, well-written model novel, yes? Okay, modern novel. It's not novel, but novel with the schwa, novel. Number 5, the beauty of the new moon. The beauty of, remember, it's not of, sino ev. Una schwa y una B corta, ev. The beauty of the new moon. Okay, moon. The beauty of the new moon. Number 6. Some is not some, but some is weak form. Some hot soup and some fruit juice. Fruit juice with oo, fruit juice. So some, here you have to use the weak form for some. Some. It's not
Sorry,
some.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
Is some, and in other words, like someone or something like that, how we pronounce that?
Pronounce,
sorry.
Someone, it's a good question. No, ahí como es, ahí eso está enfatizado. Acuérdense que la schwa no puede estar en una sílaba que está stressed, que está acentuada. Entonces sí. Ahí somebody sería así. O someone, somebody. Ahí iría como si fuera strong form porque está acentuada. Si es somebody, Entonces, nunca puedo tener una schwa en una sílaba que está acentuada, siempre no acentuada, ¿sí? Entonces, en ese caso es strong. Hoy. Bien, so, some hot soup and some fruit juice. Remember that the weak forms are always function words. Function words, as we saw last class, are words which are not that do not carry meaning, but they just link the language together, and they are mainly articles, auxiliaries, okay, things of the kind. Good. So some hot soup and some fruit juice. Number 7, the wolf. This is short too. The wolf pushed the door open and looked into the room. The wolf, it's not the, but the, because there is a consonant later. The wolf pushed the door open, yeah, diphthong, and then schwa, open, and looked into the room. And no es and, sino and looked into the room. Looked into, lo tengo que unir, looked into the room. Okay, there is a link there. 8. 10 men set out to get to the top of the Neves. Yeah, to get, ¿por qué? Because t plus a consonant, to plus a vowel. So, to get to the top, dos t, to get to the top of the Neves. Okay? 10 men set out to get to the top of the Neves. 9. Ted carried a tent, carried, se junta, carried y el artículo, carried a tent. So, Ted carried a tent in which they meant to spend the night. 10. A man, no es a man, no, a man sería con nuestras vocales, a man, no. A man, okay, schwa and smiling. A man sat on the back. Yeah, man sat on the back. Me perdí. No era así. A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat. Lo aplastaron como una latita de Coca-Cola. Squashed flat. For the man was a fat man, okay? So, the man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat, for the man was a fat man. 11. When your work is done, come out in the sun and have some fun. Come out in the sun and have some fun. The sound, okay? 12, which is R, it's Marble Arch isn't far. Marble Arch isn't far. So ahí no es far, sino far, porque termina ahí. Marble Arch isn't far. And 13, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Tom's got, la O cortita. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Okay? So this is 13. Do you have any question about these 13 sentences so far? About the transcription or anything? Is it clear? Of course, this needs a lot of practice, a lot, yes? So, English, remember, is rhythmical, and it's not syllabic like in Spanish. In Spanish, we speak like, la ventana está cerrada, tengo que abrirla porque no veo nada, pa, pa, pa. In English, you link everything and you join words, you link words with, when a word finishes with a consonant and the other with a vowel, which is very common, things are linked. That's why sometimes you don't understand, or people don't understand, because they think it's one word, and actually then they say, dijo eran 3 o 4 palabras, y por ahí pensaron, ¿qué es? Y bueno, no era una palabra, sino que eran 3. Entonces, cuando lo ven escrito, okay, this is the importance of understanding that English is rhythmical and everything is linked. Okay, fine. So, let's see. Who would like to read a couple of these sentences? No importa si cometen errores, pero bueno, es el momento que pueden ser corregidas, escuchados. Who can read questions? Okay, Melissa.
Which one?
Number 1.
Okay. 3 free seats.
Okay, number 2.
Cheese with cheese and beans on toast.
Okay, but there you have to link the za. Beans on. ¿Ya? Por ejemplo, a veces me ¿qué es beans on, profe? ¿Qué es beans on? No, es beans on. Es beans on. Ahora entiendo. Beans on parece una palabra. ¿Qué es beans on? Okay, so beans on toast, again.
Cheese with cheese and beans on toast.
Okay, so here there are 2 linkers. Cheese and beans on toast. Cheese and beans on toast. Good. Number 3, Elisa.
Interest in literature.
That's right. This is difficult, but it was good. Who can read number 4, 5, and 6 now? It's the only possibility to be corrected. I know it's not easy, but well.
I can try.
Okay, try, Susana. Number 4.
Well, written modern novel.
Ok, Susana, esto es lo que yo hablaba del castellano. Lo estás leyendo como si fuera en castellano, pa. Pero en inglés, unfortunately, this is not so. You can't say, well written modern novel, como la ventana está abierta. You need to link it. So you need to say, well written modern novel, well written modern novel. Suena como unido, por eso, por ejemplo, la música, o la mayoría de la música en el mundo, es tan universal la música en inglés, no es porque sí, es porque es muy fácil para la gente que hace música poner, yo no soy una gran, a lo mejor ustedes entienden más de música y yo lo digo muy caseramente, pero bueno, es mucho más fácil poner inglés, que es tan rítmico y que queda todo junto en cierta pattern de música que el español, que es más fijo, ¿sí? Entonces, well written modern novel. Can you try again?
Okay. Well written modern novel.
Can you see the difference? It's much better, Susana. Na. You have to respect the stress and the English flows. Yeah, while Spanish is pa, English flows. That's why it's rhythmical. Number 5.
Okay.
And listen to the pattern before you read it. Na. So.
Okay. The beauty of new moon.
Okay, faltó ver. The beauty of the new moon. The beauty of the new moon. Okay.
The beauty of the new moon.
Okay, it's a tongue twister. The beauty of the new moon. Yeah.
The beauty of the new moon.
That's right. Number 6.
Some hot soap and some fruit juice.
Some has to be softer. Some. Casi como si quieras una S con una M sin vocal. Some hot soup. Yeah, some hot soup and some fruit juice. Okay?
Some hot soup and some fruit juice.
Okay, this was better, pero me dijiste muy castellano. Me dijiste, ¿viste? Parece el nene no me come. Son tantas cosas que hay que decir tan distinto como lo decimos nosotros. So, some hot soup and some hot soup and some... Pero, no sé si ustedes escuchan, pero ahí se está yendo. Una moto que está haciendo un ruido terrible. Bien. Some hot soup, again.
Some hot soup. Some hot soup.
Lo que pasa es que tenés que unir, te doy el truquito, tenés que unir la P con la N. Suppen.
Okay. Some hot soup and some fruit juice.
Suppen, yeah.
Some fruit juice.
Okay, that's better. So remember what we talked about last class about content and function words. Some is the function word, hot the content word, soup content, and function. Some function and fruit juice content. So the content words are stressed and they are very audible. The function words not. So you say ta. Okay? El que es abajito es el weak form. Ta. Do you understand what I mean?
Yes.
Bien.
Yes.
No. Otra vez. Ta. So weak. Strong, weak, strong. Ta. Some hot soup and some fruit juice. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Susanna. Number 7. Who can read number 7?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
I was wondering if we should pronounce like more British accent or more American, because that doesn't make it clear.
Okay, we talked about this at the very first class, but maybe you were not here. Yes, in the subject and most of the profesorado, you'll find that we stick to RP British English, okay? So all the transcriptions and everything will be connected with British English. Though, if any of you speak American English, it's okay, you can do so as long as you don't mix British English and American English. You stick to American English. But, Nair, this transcription is British English. So if you have to read it, you have to read it the way it is. Yes? So here, if it says literature, it's not literature, but literature. So you have to read, or interest, yeah? You have to read it the way it is here. Yeah? Okay.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Welcome. Number 7.
Can I read it?
Yes, Araceli.
Okay. The wolf pushed the door open and looked into the room.
Okay. It's wolf.
Wolf.
Muy cortita. No, vos decís algo como wo, y es wolf, como huevo, como de huevo. Wolf.
Okay.
Can you say it again? Wolf.
Sí,
es como un ladrido. Wolf.
Okay.
¿Ya? No hay una O. The wolf pushed the door open. Door open. Okay? You have to link. Push the door open. Then, fíjense que sigue. Push the door open. ¿Ya? Se junta. Push the door open and looked into the room. Again, the wolf pushed the door open and looked into the room. Again.
Okay. The wolf.
No, porque it's with wolf. Wolf.
The wolf. I can do it.
Well, okay. Read it as you can. Go on.
Again, the same?
Yes. Don't worry.
The wolf pushed the door open and looked into the room.
Okay, that's better. The problem is wolf. El problema es que lo estás viendo y estás viendo una O, entonces tu cabeza estás pensando en la O, pero tenés que pensarlo en cómo se pronuncia y pensarlo en la... If you have a look at the... I'll write it for you. At the phonetic transcription, it's easier. Wolf. No ves la O y tal vez no te confundas. Wolf. Can you say it? Wolf. That's better. Good. Number 8. Araceli, can you try number 8?
10 men set out to get to the top of Ben Nevis.
Okay, separately are okay, but are you aware that you said 10 men set out to get, and it's not. This is Spanish. 10 men set out, yeah, to get to the top of the Nevis. 10 men set out to get to the top of the Nevis. So again.
10 men set out to get to the top of the Nevis.
Top of, no es top of, but top of. ¿Ya? Me encuentro más lindo que suena top of Ben Nevis, que top of. No es que lo digo no para burlarme ni mucho menos, cuando exagero para que vean la diferencia, ¿sí? De top of a top of. Okay, good. Number 10. Number 10.
Ted carried the tent in which they meant to spend the night.
Okay, the past is meant. Okay, Ted carried a tent. Again, 10 carried a tent in which they meant to spend the night. Again.
Ted carried the tent in which they meant to spend the night.
It's not to, but to spend the night. To spend the night.
Week 4. Practice.
Spend the night, yeah. Remember to, do you remember the rule? Araceli, to plus consonant, to spend. Yeah? And to plus vowel, to ask. Remember? Well, okay, number 10. Who can read number 10? La burlona. A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat, for the man was a fat man.
I try, teacher.
Okay, Roxana.
A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat, for the man was a fat man.
Okay, the A is not there still. Roxana, you have read it with the A. The man sat on the black, con nuestra A. ¿Sí? Tenés que practicarla mucho. Es una A burlona. Tal vez les dé vergüenza leyéndolo delante de todos, pero cuando practiquen solas, exageren. Y acá también deberían exagerar, porque es para exagerar, para nosotros como hablantes de castellano es exagerar, pero para los ingleses no es, para alguien que habla un nativo no es exagerar, decir man, es man y no es man. Yes, alguien me dice, Nair, que parece un trabalenguas. Really, it's a tongue twister. Yes, for us, it's a tongue twister because everything is linked. On top, it's more difficult because here you have like a repetition of the same sound. Yes, so that makes it more difficult, perhaps. But this is for you to be aware of the sounds. Each of them practices one sound, like or or e, or o. Okay, so that makes it more like a tongue twister. You're right. But well, cuando hablo normal no me voy a encontrar en una oración con 5 o con 10 me voy a encontrar con 1 o 2. Pero bueno, es toda una conjunción, ¿sí? Si hablo con la A, la E, la I y la O españolas o castellanas, va a sonar muy... Well, I have to do something because it is late and now I have to explain to you Unit 7, qué sé yo, ¿sí? El español nuestro idioma, que es hermoso, pero bueno, tiene un acento muy fuerte, ¿sí? Mucho más fuerte. Por eso cuando escuchamos a un inglés, alguien que habla inglés, hablar castellano, está frío, habla todo con la schwa, ¿sí?
Lo hace muy parecido, profe.
porque tengo mucha joa. La joa queda todo así, todo como si no queda la A, la E, no dicen aire, dicen aire, ¿sí? O vacío, porque la V, ¿sí? Vacío en vez de vacío, ¿sí? Les es muy difícil decir A, E, I, O, U, ¿sí? Bueno, nosotros al revés, ellos tienen que empezar a modular más esa A, I, O, U, y nosotros tenemos que empezar a suavizar, a tragar letras, a hablar más, ¿sí? Y nos cuesta. Si no suena muy to. Okay, so number. Who was reading? I got lost.
Roxana.
Okay, Roxana. Okay, so again, a man sat on a black. No, espera, a ver cómo era. Hasta yo me olvido cómo es esto. A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat. Vamos hasta ahí. A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat. Right.
A man sat on a black cat, and the black cat was squashed flat.
Was squashed. Was. Okay. So when you start, you say a man, and it's a man. Can you say a man? A man.
A man.
No, decís,
trato de suavizar.
A man is a man. Try all of you. La schwa is You say a glass. You don't say a glass. A glass. A glass. A marker. A sheet of paper. A person. A cell phone. A biro. A pencil. ¿Ya? Nos enseñan muchas veces mal. E-pencil, e-book. The book is on the... Y ya lo aprendemos desde el primario mal, ¿sí? Entonces lo ideal y lo que se hace es enseñar desde el primer momento. Ya el que no sabe nada de inglés, ya como profesores tenemos que prestarle atención. Obviamente no le vamos a hablar de la Shoah y del estrés y todos los que yo les hablo a ustedes, pero sí hacerles tomar conciencia, de no decir she was here, was, el verbo es was, el pasado de be, was y were, malísimo, ¿no? Was and were, ya desde el momento que lo presentás, ya lo presentás como una weak form, ¿sí? Y ya entonces es muy distinto, porque vos ya lo aprendés así. Si no, hace 10 años que lo estás pronunciando 10, 5, 20, que lo estás pronunciando was, where, y cuesta.
Claro, profe, por eso mismo, porque nosotros aprendimos de esa manera, entonces ahora nos cuesta tanto.
Tal cual, en muchos casos está como fosilizado. Por ahí la persona que aprendió, o que es muy de escuchar, que está muy con las redes y que está mucho en internet y mucho... en general esas personas tienen más como cancha porque están mucho con el listening, por eso es tan importante que estén escuchando, que escuchen, presten atención a las canciones, que presten atención a lo que sea Netflix o lo que sea, lo pueden subtitulado en inglés y así para acostumbrarse a eso. Okay, good. So, then, number 11, Roxana, was it you? Yes.
Yes.
When your work's done, come out in the sun and have some fun. Try it.
When your work's done, come out in the sun and have some fun.
Okay, so when your work's done, work's done, again, when your work's done.
When your work's done.
Okay. Come out in the sun.
Come out in the sun.
And have some fun.
And have some fun.
And have some fun.
And have some fun.
That's right. And have some fun. Remember, this is a question to all of you. Have here. Why have is strikes the have and not the schwa? What's the reason here?
Okay.
Why? This is to all of you, not only to Roxana. What's the answer? Who can tell?
It's a main verb.
That's right. Have some fun. Have is the main verb, so it's with the strong form. But when it is in an auxiliary, have you ever been? I've been to Cordoba. I've been to. So this is weak and takes the shot. Good. Good. Another person, 12. Who can read 12? Thank you, Roxana.
I would like to try.
Okay, Christian, number 12. Marble isn't far. Right.
Okay. Marble Arch isn't far.
It's Marble Arch. Marble Arch. Se junta. Marble Arch.
Marble Arch isn't.
Y se junta otra vez, sorry.
Yes.
Marble Arch isn't far. Marble Arch isn't far. Marble Arch isn't far.
Marble Arch isn't far.
Try again.
Marble Arch.
That's much better.
Marble Arch isn't far.
Marble Arch isn't far. Marble Arch isn't far. All together. Yeah, marble joins with links with the R. Marble Arch isn't far. Yeah, Marble Arch isn't far. Good. Number 13.
Tom's got again.
Gotta.
Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt.
Let's think about the linkers.
Yes.
Tom's got a lot of. So got a lot of dots on his shirt. Dots on his shirt. So Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Again.
Yes. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt.
Okay. And now the problem is that you said of, and it's ev. Lot of, a lot of, got a lot of dots on his shirt. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Again.
Yes.
Christian.
Yes. Tom got a lot of dots on her shirt.
Sí, es un kiss. Ponele que es un kiss. Tom, yes. Le cambiaste a her. Lo hiciste a her. Yes. Tom's got a lot of shorts. Okay, yeah. Good. Well, I know it's difficult. It's not a question of speeding up. Eso es importante. No importa, no es que lo tienen que decir, porque a veces piensa que lo tienen que decir rápido. No es cuestión de decirlo rápido. Yo, porque le voy poniendo ritmo y lo voy diciendo más rápido. Pero no es necesario que lo digan rápido. Lo pueden decir despacio, pero unido. Por ejemplo, a ver, yo puedo decir, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Y no lo digo tan rápido. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. También lo puedo decir más rápido. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Pero no es necesario, porque ahí van a hacer más agua y se van a equivocar más, y se van a confundir una palabra por la otra, se van a olvidar una, o saltearse una. Entonces, no es cuestión de decirlo rápido. A veces se confunden y piensan que hay que decirlo rápido. No es cuestión de decirlo rápido, sino decirlo unido. Lo pueden decir despacio, pero el despacio, ojo, el despacio no es cortado. No, lo que no tienen es que decirlo cortado, como yo les estoy hablando ahora, que estoy hablando en castellano, y estreso y enfatizo cada palabra. No es pa. No pueden decir, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. No, puedo decir, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Lo estoy diciendo despacio. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Mire qué despacio que lo digo, pero lo estoy uniendo. O lo puedo decir rápido, puedo decir, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. ¿Sí? Puedo, pinky, más despacio, pero no paro antes del link. Digo, Tom's got, no puedo decir Tom's got a lot of, Tom's got a lot of dots on his shirt. Okay, do you understand what I mean? Yes? So start paying attention when you watch films, when you listen to music, and well, practicing a lot. This is, tienen que como aceitarlo, ¿sí? Y empezar a tomar conciencia, algunos de ustedes o algunas ya lo sabrán, o lo harán naturalmente, otros y otras no. Empezar a pensar y a prestar atención que todo está unido, okay? And see the difference with Spanish, okay? Good. Any question?
No, teacher.
Good. Is it clear?
Very
What I
clear.
explained to you? Lovely.
Yes, yes.
Good. Well, so now let's pass on to the other part, which was the one about, it was blah, 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 in the corner of, that part. Where is it? I think I have it in my telephone. Let me check here. ¿Cómo se pronuncia water? Me están preguntando. In British English, say water. Water. You, I'll transcribe it for you. Water. Water. American English, water. And British English, water. But if the following word begins with a vowel, you say, for example, water and air. Water and air. Water and air. Okay? Agua y aire. Yes. Water and air. If not, water in Laura. Okay? Good. I'm looking for the passage. Let's see. Maybe in photographs. Yes, here. Uy, pero chiquitito. No veo nada. Bien. So it says, it was on the corner of this street that he noticed the first sign of something peculiar. Acá que me preguntaban something. The first sign of something peculiar. Peculiar, okay? Peculiar. It's not peculiar, but peculiar, because the p is unstressed. So it was on the corner. It was on the junta. It was on the corner of, so was, the, and of are weak forms, yes? It was on the corner of the street that weak form, that he noticed the first sign of something peculiar. A cat reading a map, yeah, something peculiar. A cat reading a map. A cat reading a map. Yeah. It was on the corner of the street that he noticed the first sign of something peculiar. A cat reading a map. Ay, lo tengo re chiquitito, esto no veo mucho. A ver. ¿Qué dice? Didn't. ¿Qué dice Mr. Desley? Didn't qué? No llego a leer. Didn't realize. Okay, didn't realize it. Sorry. Okay, so for a second, weak form. It's not for a separado, no. For a second, Mr. Desley didn't realize what he had seen, what he had seen. For a second, ¿quién era? ¡Ay, qué re chiquitito, no veo nada! For a second, Mr. Dursley didn't realize what he had seen. And he bien. Look again. And he jerked his head around to look again. And he jerked his head around, around, no es around or around, his head around, and he jerked his head around to look, it's not to look, to look again, to look again, to look again. Let's look again, but look at which one? To look again, yeah? He jerked his head around to look again.
There was a tabby cat. There was a tabby cat.
There was, había, there was, no. There was, todo con schwa. There was a tabby cat standing on the corner. There was a tabby cat standing on the corner at Privet Drive. So there was a tabby cat standing on the corner of Privet Drive. But there wasn't a map inside. But there wasn't a map inside. There wasn't. En vez de there wasn't, no, there wasn't. But no, that, but there wasn't a map inside. So wasn't takes strong form Y. Do you remember why wasn't and not wasn't with strong form?
Because it's negative.
The negative contractions, of course, take a strong form like can't, wasn't, yes. But there wasn't a map inside. What could he, see, okay, what, no what, what. What could he have been thinking of? What could he have been thinking of? Why the final of is of and not of? Why not the schwa? Why is it of here? Because remember, of takes weak form, of, strong form, of. Why of here? Who remembers?
Because it is a question?
No, not necessarily.
Because it is in final position?
Yes, final position.
Because the of is in final position or stranded. Okay, that's why. Generally, in a way, somebody mentioned the question. In a way, prepositions in questions are generally at the back. So there could be something connected with the question. But anyway, yes, this would be the reason. Okay, what could he have been thinking of? So this is the passage. Any question here?
No, in this moment.
Okay, good. Well, anybody who could dare to read maybe the first sentence? Up to peculiar, who can read it?
I can.
Who? Okay, Araceli, good.
Okay, it was on the corner.
It was
on the corner of the street that he noticed the first sign of something peculiar.
You said of and it's ev.
Yes,
of. Hay muchas cosas, yo sé, pero vamos. It was in the corner. It was in the corner of. So again, it was on the corner of. Try.
It was on the corner of street that he noticed the first sign.
Para. So, it's okay. Yo para ir más puntual. It was on the corner of. It was. Me gustaría que see if you can make it softer. It was on the corner of, again, Si no les salen, piensen no piensen en la Shoah, piensen en la palabra sin vocal. ¿Sí? A lo mejor si ustedes visualizan la palabra sin vocal y piensan en sin una vocal, por ahí les sale la Shoah. Si piensan en la Shoah, por ahí les sale la E. Entonces piensen como si dicen sum. Si dicen sum, no piensen en la Shoah, piensen en la S y en la M. Y ahí les va a salir por ahí con la Shoah. Sum, sum, sum. Okay, so was. Yeah, so it was on again.
Okay. It was on the corner of the street.
Okay, seguimos. It was on the corner of the street it's not that he noticed. It was on the corner of the street that he noticed.
It was on the corner of the street that he noticed.
I like that he noticed the first sign of something peculiar. The first sign of something peculiar.
The first sign of something peculiar.
I like it. Good. Thank you. Another one. Who can continue? Who?
Can I?
Shamila. Good. Yes. So, a cat reading a map. A cat reading a map.
A cat reading a map.
Mm-hmm. Reading. Reading. Reading.
A cat reading a map.
Okay. For a second, Mr. Dursley didn't realize.
Mr. Dursley didn't Mr. Dursley didn't realize.
Didn't realize what he had seen. Yeah, didn't realize what he had seen.
Didn't realize what he had seen.
What he had seen.
What he had seen.
Okay. And he jerked his head around.
Then he jerked his...
Jerked.
Then he jerked
and he jerked his head around.
Then he jerked his head around. To look again.
Look again. Good. Another one. Thank you. Who can?
I am.
Oh, Eliana. Good. Oh, Joanna. Joanna. Okay.
Joanna William.
Oh, wow, thanks.
Lo leo yo. Okay. There was a tabby cat. There was a tabby cat standing on the corner of Privet Drive. There was a tabby cat.
There was a tabby cat
standing on the corner. At Privet Drive. Okay, good. So, ¿qué les iba a decir? Okay. But there wasn't a map inside. But there wasn't a map inside.
There wasn't a map inside.
There wasn't a map inside. Falta la T.
Wasn't a map inside.
But there wasn't a map inside.
But there wasn't a map inside.
Okay. So it's like, isn't it? So you need to put the ta. Okay, thank you. One more, the last one. What could he have been thinking of? Who can read it? Okay. What could he have been thinking of?
What could he have been thinking of? What?
Okay, thinking of. Thinking of. Thinking of. Okay. Of. What could he have been thinking of? Again?
Of.
Okay. What could he have been thinking of?
Okay, good. Well, and that was the last part, wasn't it? The last paragraph? I guess it was, wasn't it? Yes? Okay, lovely. Well, any question before we finish? Anything you would like to ask? No? Well, I think this is very useful. Practice is very useful because we've seen plenty of theory. So now, well, we have to put all that theory into practice. And for the integration, you need to use the 12 English vowel sounds. You need to read with the English sounds in order to pass, and not with the Spanish vowel sounds. The 12 English sounds, vowel sounds, and the 8 diphthongs, and the diphthongs, and the weak forms. Yes, if you have this in your speech, you will be able to pass the parcial. If not, you can't pass. Okay, if you read with the Spanish, you have to submit your answer by Sunday the 27th. The answers to these activities will be discussed. Ahí estoy leyendo con la A, E, I, O, U. No, ya, eso hay personas que por ahí les falta tiempo, ¿no? Esto se necesita madurar, ¿sí? Si ustedes ven que realmente pudieron incorporar todos esos sonidos, bien. Si no, bueno, quedará y se evaluará en la segunda parte, porque como en la segunda parte del año seguimos con consonantes, en la segunda parte, si ustedes tienen, es como que la segunda parte incluye a la primera. Si ustedes cuando dan el segundo parcial leen todas las consonantes y le ponen los sonidos de las vocales y los diptongos, ya está. Es como que uno, es como si, no sé, bueno, yo no sé por qué se me ocurre algo de matemáticas, pero no sé, si les, no sé, si no saben las tablas, y después pueden al año pueden hacer una regla de 3 simple, indudablemente es como que ya aprendieron las tablas, es como que ya si solucionan eso, ya las tablas no se las vas a tomar, porque ya, ¿sí? No sé por qué se me ocurrió matemática, yo soy un queso en matemática, pero bueno, es como que ya queda como, si ya pudiste hacer eso, ¿sí?
Pero
ya,
yo tengo una consulta acerca de esto que está diciendo. Acerca del primer parcial, el del 12, la persona que opta por no darlo, o sea, ¿le perjudica darlo en el integrador final?
No, ustedes tienen que llegar en este momento, cuando es las clases comunes, bueno, yo se los vuelvo a tomar, pero ahora, como del año pasado, como estamos en esta situación, lo que se hace es que realmente, porque para realmente que sea una cosa que esté súper floja, que se pongan en toda esa situación, porque si no estás cómodo y no estás, grabar un video que realmente suene muy castellano, es como hasta penoso, ¿sí? La situación es muy desafiante. Entonces, por eso, sí, ustedes tienen que lograr de acá a noviembre, que cierra el trimestre, que cierra digamos, el año, la materia, que cierran la materia para final, para presentarse a diciembre, tienen que lograr poder hablar con los fonemas totales, pueden tener 1 o 2 que no les salgan, pero con la mayoría de los fonemas ingleses, vocales, consonantes, diptongos, weak forms, todo eso es el objetivo del primer año, ¿sí? En el segundo son tonos, con los tonos y la entonación. Ahora son todos los sonidos. Si ustedes lo logran para diciembre, está bien. Después, en este caso, en situaciones normales de presencialidad, el que no lo logra para noviembre, recursa. Hoy en día se les da, el año pasado y que era la cursada abierta, ustedes pueden seguir trabajando en el verano y volver sin clases, ¿no? trabajan por su cuenta. Y en febrero pueden volver a tener una instancia, que en las presencialidades instancia no existe. En noviembre se cierra y se cierra. El que quedó, quedó. El año pasado y este queda hasta febrero abierto. En febrero pueden volver a tener un encuentro donde tienen el integrador vía Zoom o Meet, no importa, y ahí sí, en febrero se cierra. El que ya no llegó hasta febrero ya recursa, ¿sí? Pero ustedes es como que es un proceso que van a tener hasta febrero, por eso hay más tiempo, ¿sí? En la presencialidad ni siquiera es noviembre, en octubre se cierra, a fines de octubre, porque ya en noviembre están los finales, ¿sí? Entonces es mucho más acotado. Ustedes para octubre tienen que tener todo, y ahora estamos hablando de febrero, ¿sí? Por eso hay más instancias y más tiempo. Y también hay menos práctica, porque no es lo mismo estar todo el día, todos los días, todas las noches en el profesorado que no. Entonces también los tiempos tienen que ser un poco más laxos, ¿sí? Por eso...
No, lógico, por eso era mi pregunta. Sí. Sé que ahora en pandemias cambió todo y se está adaptando, por eso preguntaba si el que no da ahora el 12, si no le afecta darlo a fin de año.
Por eso te digo, hasta febrero el que llega, tienen que llegar con ciertos propósitos. El que llega en noviembre, bárbaro. El que llega en febrero, el que no, recursa.
Perfecto, ¿sí? Gracias, profe.
De nada. Bueno, gente, entonces les voy a estar mandando para el fin de semana, a ver si nos encontramos lunes o martes, y ya ahí ya les doy los últimos lineamientos, pero ya se pueden empezar a trabajar con eso, con las viñetas, pensar cuál van a elegir. Un consejo, something you can do is to look for the House of Mango Street on YouTube, the audiobook, okay? On YouTube, you will find the audiobook. So it's a good idea. You'll find the whole audiobook, of course, but you can trace for the vignettes, which you have to read and listen to them to see that, especially to pay attention to pauses, yes, to the meaning, to the intonation, to the feeling, because those vignettes have a lot of feeling, yeah? The idea is not to read, well, la, 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 la. Well, you know what I mean, ta, 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 like acting it out. So listen to them on YouTube will help you, okay? Look for the audiobook, audio libro, audiobook, all right? In YouTube, you will find it, okay? That's a good piece of advice I can give you. Okay, take care and see you next week for the last class for the term. This will be our last class, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.